It is a Southern Hemisphere derby match here at Eden Park, where the 5th place All Flakes will be taking on the 7th place Crusaders, where both sides will be desperate to pick up a bonus point win as they try and keep track with the league leaders at the top of the table. Hello everyone and welcome along to Flakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, where you guys take the field against the world's elite today. The All Flakes are in action for our Sunday premiere special, and they will be taking on their mid-table rivals in the Crusaders. A loss here for either of these two sides could be very detrimental to their chances of getting up the ladder before the season winds out. Remember, this is the conclusion of round 7 and there is only 11 rounds of the regular season in total, so we are getting down to the nitty-gritty part of the year. The All Flakes on the first hand hosting this match in the night sky with some deep fog starting to drop around Eden Park, have been on good form and, as we said at the start, have been sitting in 5th position. A win here will promptly put them up towards the Flakers, who slipped up in round 7 and could be either equal with the All Flakes or possibly below them if they do pick up the win here today. Their form, like we said, has been good. The last couple of rounds have shown some good, tenacious performances, especially in the last round, round 6, where they took out Crusaders 13 points to nil. A hard effort, a tough effort, but a win is the most important thing. And the way Crusaders are travelling now, they really are that ultimate banana skin. The week before that, they took out the Exeter Chiefs 28 points to 7. They'll be pleased with that bonus point as well, which is very, very nice, and some good defensive work to get the job done. The team has undergone a few changes for today's matchup, so we will go through the starting 15 now for the All Flakes, and kicking things off with the front row as we always do. Captaining the side and starting at loose head prop will be Nicholas Friedlander. Along the front row with him will be Shady Streetwalker, a hooker, and Ben Bobbs on the tight head side. Into the second row, Arcada Commander will be in the middle, along with Morgan Yates in the second row. Max Parkhill will be alongside Tip Top and Brett Hartley as the back row for the All Flakes. Into the back line will be the start for Jimmy Henderson at scrum half, and Ike Quigley will partner him in the number 10 jumper. In midfield, it's more creative ability and strong running alongside that, with Samo Coop at 12 and Safari Rakakoko at 13. Onto the back three now. Corey Davison will line up on the left wing with Nathaniel Edwards on the right. They were into halves combination last week, so they'll be going outside to the wings this week, with Matt Quigley at fullback for the All Flakes, looking for a big performance here against Crusaders, which is no tough ask. This is one of the better AI sides up against them. And their recent form has been indifferent as well. They've started to struggle now as they've come up against the subscriber sides. They sit 7th on the table, as we talked about before, but ever since they took on Montpellier, who are the top side, the season has dwindled since then. That match was a one-pointer. 15-14, Montpellier took them out by a single digit. Since then, though, it was a close loss to the Guardians of the Crib, 19-14, and then the Celtic Dragons really took them to the cleaners, 27-7 in the last round. This is, though, an extremely good side. Just about all black pack and a star-studded, exciting backline as well. Any team that can put a 8 together like this, with Moody, Taylor, Franks, Barrett and Wylock in the middle, Taufua, Todd and Reed as the back row, that is something to behold in club rugby. This pack is definitely right there up with the best of them and of international quality and standard. The back line, though, is no slouch either, with Bryn Hall lining up at scrum half, and he'll be partnered with the regular Richie Mwanga. Into the rest of the back line, the centres, Braden Enor and Jack Goodhue, are elusive and exciting and strong as well on the break, and definitely good defensively for the Crusaders, with Bridge on the left wing, Mateali on the right, and Israel Dag lining up at fullback for the Crusaders. This one could be exciting, or it could be that big arm wrestle. It depends how these two sides want to play and how the conditions will let them do it. We are all good to go. It is the Crusaders in the red and black, of course, and the All Flakes playing in the black and white. It will be Israel Dag with ball in hand, ready to get us underway. The referee gives us the go-ahead, and we are good to go. The final match of round 7 in the Global Rugby Challenge, and it is taken down early on from Max Parkhill for the All Flakes. And it sits up for Jimmy Henderson, who pops it back to Frontlander. Great ball away. Bam Bobs. He's playing on the tight end side of the front row. Does very well to get away from Israel Dag, but he's just put a foot in touch as he shrugged away the defensive effort of the Crusaders fullback. An electric little start there from the front rowers, the props of all players, with Frontlander firing it wide. Look at that terrible line out as well from the Crusaders. And Mike quickly got the ball to first receiver, and he charges to the line straight away as well. Not great there from Cody Taylor. And the All Flakes taking full toll, but they've lost the ball now. Bryn Hall has had a bit of a scamper with it. And now the Crusaders will look to put some pressure on as Todd goes wide to George Bridge, who plants this one to the middle of the park and easily taken in for Mac Wrigley. And he's gone sideways, but he spills the ball. And Ike Wrigley in support right there with him takes it in for the All Flakes. Henderson this time goes back, and they actually have someone who can kick on hand this time. The All Flakes is Samo Kupu, delivers a great ball away as well. Question marks, was that taken in the 22? And I do think it was. Yes, excellent kick there from Samo Kupu, who delivers it straight up into the Crusaders' half. And Cody Taylor will have another chance, and this time he nails the execution of the line out very well. Mwanga goes way to Enor. Quick ball way to Goodhue, who spilt it, and Raka Koko is all over that one very quickly. Top cuts out a couple, goes to Bobs. A terrible ball is picked up by Braden Enor, and the referee will call them back for the knock-on. Well, the All Flakes are wanting to play exciting, high-paced rugby. The Crusaders so far shutting it down pretty well. Things not quite clicking for the home team just yet. Henderson feeds it, and the Crusaders get a great shove as well. Very late on the piece. Just when it looked like they're about to deliver. It's there now for Bryn Hall. Goes quickly wide. Matsali back to Braden Enor, who's wrapped up from Jimmy Henderson, who's got no mates there, but a great cover back there from Mike Wrigley. Saves possession for the All Flakes. And little Ben Bobs, look at him there. He's playing scrum half, and he's been involved in everything. Parkhill away to Hartley. Brett Hartley through the middle. Support from Parkhill. He started it. He'll finish it. Parkhill scores, and it's the back rowers who are having a party here at Eden Park. Exceptional work from that man, Max Parkhill. Great continuity with his back row partner in Brett Hartley. Bobs took the time. Parkhill drew the defenders. And look at that inside line. Sensational running from Brett Hartley. And he pops it back to the man that started it all. Doubled around into space as well. And perfectly put it away. Yes, superb stuff from Brett Hartley. Just what you want to see from your number 8. Running a strong line. And the support play from the blindside flank. And there he is right on point for the All Flakes, and they score the opening try. But it has been a match where chances have very early gone begging, but the All Flakes finally put one away. We've seen a lot of rugby for just 18 minutes of the half as Samo Cooper's got the kicking duties, and he makes no mistake of his first shot at goal. It is the All Flakes 7, the Crusaders 0. After 20 minutes of this one, it is exciting times here at Eden Park. Israel Dag back to halfway he goes. Plants this one. Very high, an extraordinary kick too from Dag.
Release.
And the All Flakes under pressure straight away as they do not take the ball from the kickoff as Bridge goes around to Sam Whitelock. Very good run there too from the big second rower. This little short side play from Mwanga, and he's popped it back. Not the best work there, and there's pressure on the Crusaders, who do well to hang on. Now Treed away to Bridge. He's done very well. Whitelock once again finding support back in field. Scott Barrett this time. He does the hard yards. Good work there from Bridge, and away goes to Whitelock. Once again he turns around the corner, and it's a chance for Matt Todd, but he'll be isolated, and somehow the Crusaders hang on. Here's Owen Franks. Short to Mwanga, and he's hammered. Big tackle there from Mike Wrigley. Bryn Hall changes direction to beautiful, and Barrett offloads ice, and it's held forward, and field it goes, and a try. It's a try to Joe Mooney. He doesn't score many, but that one is up there with the most important. Needed that, the Crusaders. Boy, they needed that one to go. Great work through some broken defence. You'll see it here The pass back, and Scott Barrett, beautiful offload to Taufua, who could have gone himself, but unselfishly offloads to Joe Moody, who charges over in the tackle and just gets it down. That was the splitter right there. Commander did very well, but once they were in behind, the support was all there, and some good defence on Moody too. Jimmy Henderson did very, very well to almost stop him, but not quite enough. And the big loose head prop just goes over in time. 7-5 to score. And Israel Dag will look to make it 7-all. Here comes a shot at goal, an easy spot too. He's taken the kicking duties away from Richie Mo'unga. An interesting call by the Crusaders coaching staff, but you can't argue at the moment. They are tied up at 7 apiece as we near towards the 30-minute mark of the first half. Samakoop, who hasn't had much to do with the ball in hand so far, gets his back underway and he kicks the right-hand side. It holds up, oh, beautifully in the wind, but it's on Franks, takes it away, and it's a foot race now. Who's got the wheels? It's a big chase from Matt Grigley, and a very good one too from Nathaniel Edwards. The Crusaders get back very well too, and they go down the short side. It's a good run for Bryn Hall. Is he close to the sideline? He is, but they hang on. Very well done there by the Crusaders once more. They cut it back, and Franks back to Whitelock. Here's the run from Todd. Matt Todd in the 22. Another chance here for the red and black machine to get some more pressure on. Bryn Hall, great work from Hall. They come wide. Franks has got numbers to burn, and it'll be Braden in on a score. Crusaders have two. They've got two in quick succession, and the All Flakes look rattled. 12-7 kick to come. Braden Enor. It is one of the up-and-coming rising stars of New Zealand rugby, but Bryn Hall, he created all that, and some great passing through the back line. Once again, Kamana absolutely smashing the one attacker through the middle, but it was the offload that was the key to this play continuing. Hall did well. Here it was on Franks, absolutely monstered by Kamana, but he got that pass away, and that was the key. Braden Enor, man there, he is electric, he is quick. And he knows the way to the try line, especially if you give him that much space out wide. Important kick this, they all are for Israel Dag. Lines it up very well, straight as an arrow. And straight between the sticks it goes. Well, the Crusaders got off to a great start off their kickoff. Owen Franks involved numerous times throughout that period. Took the kickoff well, ran a few metres, and then got them on the front foot. Support play was right there, and that was the big part of why they got into a great position for that try. Underway we go again, and Kamana is chasing hard. But another good take by the Crusaders in the air. Very much the better side moment. Joe Moody's hammered. That is great defence there from the All Flakes. Half-time is gone. What will the Crusaders do? They want to kick it out. They do. It goes to Mo'unga, who has absolutely no hesitation in delivering that big punch straight into touch. And it will head the two sides to half-time. The scoreline at 14 points to 7. The Crusaders all over this first half with a great comeback in the second quarter. They lead by 7 points after the All Flakes opened up the scoring, and they struck back with 2 tries in very quick succession. Have a look at those stats though, they tell the full story with possession 79% and territory 74% going to the Crusaders. The All Flakes have made all the tackles in the game, 27 in the first half to just 6 by the Crusaders. The offload game is going super strong, and they look like they will be tough to put away. Line breaks is a big talking point as well, 3 by the Crusaders, 2 tries from it. The All Flakes have made 2 and got the 1 try on their side as well. It was the back rowers that started off for the All Flakes. Max Parkhill, and Brett Hartley combining through the middle of the park before it was a good strike back from Joe Moody, and eventually Braden Enor with the second for the Crusaders. It's a tight one, it's a close one, but it's exciting rugby so far. It's a 7-point lead for the visiting team, 14-7 over the All Flakes. What will the second 40 minutes deliver for us? It is Samu Coop, and they'll be wanting some ball as well. Will the All Flakes? They've got pressure on them now because they've got a great chance to catch up with the slipping Corn Flakers after they didn't get the job done against Castres. They won't want the same to happen to them, as away we go. And again, it is Jack Goodyear just pulling that ball in beautifully in the face of a couple of All Flakes players. Bryn Hall goes wide. He's broken it. What a play from Kieran Reid. He's in behind them, but some good defence shuts him down in the nick of time.
Release.
Yeah, Reid is straight up to halfway. Nothing on that short side, but he made it happen. Bryn Hall offloads. Cody Taylor looks wide. Flat-footed there is Whitelock, but he's found Goodhue. And Jack Goodhue goes straight through the middle of the field. Chance for a turnover. Not coming. The All Flakes defence is very broken. Look at this left side. It's terrible. Here's Reid with another go.
Release.
And no way through there. And Rakakoko makes sure of it as well. Taufua. Oh, Hall is caught, but it's got a good pass away. As they come quickly one again. Mataele's got Braden Ennord is with him as well.
Release.
Again, Franks is right there to shut it down. All Flakes under all sorts of early pressure, and they are trying to pile it on as well. Good tackle, Jimmy Henderson though, and Simon Coop turns it over. Now they look to counter-attack. Rakakoko to Wrigley, and it is Ike Wrigley at the two will pass to Kamana. Kamana's all by himself, and he takes on a couple of defenders. And in trouble now, the All Flakes, they try and hold on to the ball. You got a credit there. It is Nathaniel Edwards who held on to that as Rakakoko tried to hold on, but it's turned over. Excellent work there. Straight through the middle of the breakdown and turned over to the Crusaders. Middle of the park. Work again for Reid. He goes straight into Kamana. Here it's Goodhue. Good tackle on him. And a chance for a turnover to Yates. Yates gives it to Davidson. Davidson down the wing. He's got room. Puts a little grubber. Can he recollect? He does. And he could go. No, he's just short. Taufua tackles and turned over from Israel Dag. And the crowd hushes as the excitement has been quelled by the Crusaders. Now they come wide. Edwards, one-on-one attacking chance. And he can't get away from the good defensive work by the Crusaders. They go 60 metres back. We are near the 60-minute mark. Here is Yates looking to offload. It just about got away with it. Streetwalker out the back of the door. Rakakoko away to Wrigley. And it's all happening at the moment. Wrigley chips on the top. Davidson's running. So is Top. It could be a chance. And it's taken in once again. Israel Dag. They just can't get the numbers back there. And look, Top is ready to attack. And he does. He delivers too. A big tackle on Richie Moanga. They're chomping at the bit to get a bit of ball away here. But somehow Israel Dag gets his kick away. Back goes Mac Wrigley. He's got one to beat here. He looks to step inside him, but an excellent tackle. The Crusaders' defence is just humming at the moment. Here's Henderson, away to Hartley. He created the first chance. Simon Coop away from Davidson again. Where's his friends? Davidson gets it away to Bobs. Bobs got support from Max Parkhill. What a time to score! And it's the point side once again. Max Parkhill. He scored a double. I keep calling him Mac, but it is Max Parkhill who delivers a brilliant try down the left-hand side for the All Flakes. Well, Corey Davidson, he was caught in again, two minds. And how about that offload from Ben Bobs? And Max Parkhill with a great finish. Just about under six as well. Davidson waited, got it away to Bobs. Parkhill right in support. And the big man's got enough pace as well to get him down that touchline. Excellent work from Parkhill. He has been the player of the game so far for the All Flakes. And Samo Coop will line up an opportunity to put this one back to 14 points to all. There is still 15 minutes to play, so definitely not all over yet. Great work though. Parkhill has been at the top of his game. Edwards has broken the line numerous times, but they've lacked support. And Samo Coop makes it, as we talked about, 14 all between the two teams. It is the Crusaders to get us back underway. And Israel Dag, who has been really tested here. This could go out on the full. It does. It is out on the full. And that is a big mistake under pressure from Israel Dag. So the All Flakes have the option, and unsurprisingly, they look for the scrum.
Six.
We're nearing the last 10 minutes, but remember the first scrum of the match up, the Crusaders dominated. And to shove the All Flakes off the ball, so they'll be hoping they can retain this position. No! Oh no, it's bad news for the All Flakes. The Crusaders turn it over again, and their scrum dominance has been expertly done. There's George Bridge, who's kicked this one long, and it may go into the end goal. Do they want to run this out, the All Flakes? They are looking like they want to. They're throwing it away to White Grigley. Support there with Davidson. Davidson's looking infield. Oh, it's a high tackle. Oh, no, it's a high tackle from Israel Dag. And he was looking to drill that away. Rakakoko was right on hand. And you call that one of the most professional but obvious but very clever fouls by a very experienced player. Great kick down the sideline by Samo Coop, and Kieran Reid tried his best as a wind just hovered it down the sideline. We are in the final 10 minutes of play here. It is the All Flakes 14, the Crusaders 14. As Commander fires it to Henderson. Grigley in the middle of the park, getting away to Nathaniel Edwards, who straightens up beautifully. One, it goes to Samo Coop. He's the hero before. He may well be the hero again. And it's Samo Coop. Oh, he's done it again. The hero of the All Flakes put him down for another heroic act. 2 seasons in a row, Samo Coop has delivered the goods. And the All Flakes have one man to thank here, Nathaniel Edwards to Samo Coop. And the chase was not good enough from George Bridge. The All Flakes flicked the switch from a set piece. It wasn't the best play, but Edwards seen a hole and he went straight through it for the first time tonight. The All Flakes had support play, and that has been the telling difference in these dying moments. The hero of the day, Samo Coop. Well, we talked about other players putting in big performances like Max Parkhill. Where do you look now for your player of the match? Here's the conversion, and the final whistle goes as the conversion is over. And the All Flakes have stolen the victory from the Crusaders at Eden Park. It was tied up. It was the Crusaders in the lead. But at the last moment, the death of the game, the All Flakes still won like a thief in the night. The bonus point will be the least of their concerns. This was a tough game. This was a hard-fought win. This was a big turning point in their season. The Crusaders dejected. They've come away with just 1 bonus point after being so close to a draw or even a win. One man proved the difference early on, Max Parkhill, with 2 tries, and that was what kept the All Flakes in this game. Samo Coop, though, delivered the killer blow, the sucker punch, the final finishing tail, as some may call it, to the Crusaders. He delivered 3 conversions as well, but it was that try after Nathaniel Edwards broke their line in half and broke their hearts with a pass to his big man out wide, big game player that is, in Samo Coop. Let's talk about the Crusaders for a second here. 2 tries, and it was Joe Moody and Brad Neno who scored within 5 minutes of each other just before half-time. They gave the Crusaders all of their points between 30 and the 35th minute. That could have been the tail of the matchup, but the All Flakes fought back, and they fought back hard, and they took the start of the game, and they took the end of the game. The Crusaders didn't take enough from the middle of the matchup. Israel Dag took 2 out of 2 from the tee to put them up to 14 points and take a well-deserved, but you'd expect more from them, bonus points out of this matchup. At halftime, we've seen the Crusaders well and truly in control of this matchup, but it's really turned around in the second half as the All Flakes fought back, but still only just over a 60-40 matchup in possession and territory going away of the Crusaders. Line breaks, it was a different tale, wasn't it, in the second half, though? It was 3-2, if my memory serves me correct, at halftime. Big turnaround, 4-8. The All Flakes blitzing it in the second 40 minutes. The handing errors didn't worry them as they chanced their arm, and it paid off throughout the 80 minutes. 21-14, the full-time score. Bonus points, doesn't matter. The win was hard to get here against the Crusaders. Round 7 has delivered some extraordinary results. It has been the biggest and most upsetting round of the competition so far. It all kicked off, of course, with Montpellier thrashing the Lions. That wasn't a surprise. A time match between the Chiefs and Saracens. That was all right as well, the Chiefs picking up a win by 10 points. But it all started really when the Guardians struggled to sneak past the bottom place Scarlet side, 14 points to 7. And then things got a little bit weird. The Cornflakers 14, Castrays 14. The French club did an exceptional job to hold what has been the front-running subscriber side in the season so far to a very disappointing draw. Then we went back to the Dragons, who were up against the high-flying Leinster side, and they got disposed of pretty comfortably as well in the end. 31-7, the Dragons over Leinster. And then we just had today's matchup that we just watched. The Crusaders really were favourites, and they led for a good part of that matchup as well before being pipped at the post by the All Flakes, who come away 21-14 winners over the Canterbury franchise. What a round, an extraordinary round of GRC rugby, but hold on to your hats, folks. It steps up a gear into round 8, which I'm pretty sure is our final round without a subscriber clash as well. It's kicked off already with the Exeter Chiefs getting a 25-21 win over the Emirates Lions, but the big one, as you've probably already seen straight away as well, I've got highlighted there, Montpellier versus the Guardians of the Crib. That is going to be huge. I have high expectations of what Montpellier can deliver here, and they are going to hopefully put up a massive challenge to the Guardians of the Crib. They have led the league for pretty much the whole season. A couple of times they've dropped down and up again when there have been different matches played, but at the end of the round, when all is said and done, these guys have been top of the table, and they still are. Big challenge here against the Guardians of the Crib. They've already lost once, so they did lose to Leinster. Montpellier did, so they'll be playing on their minds. Of course, Leinster have fallen away against coming up against the subscriber sides, so how will Montpellier go in round 8? They have a tough end to their season, but they are top of the table for a reason. Other matches from round 8, Castries Saracens. That'll be an interesting one as well. Castries charging back up the leaderboard now. The Scarlets take on the Dragons, the Crusaders take on the Flakers, and Leinster will take on the All Flakes. All away matches for the subscriber sides, but then round 9, things get interesting. Do they know there's another round of no subscriber clashes? It's round 10, there we go, where the Guardians take on the Dragons. That's the one I was looking for. Montpellier take on the Dragons around before that as well, so that is going to be a cracker. Flakers Leinster, that's going to be interesting as well. So a lot of big matches coming up in the very, very near future as well. There'll be a lot of matches that really could be big ones for the Sunday premiere as well, and who are we going to fit into those? Who will see when it happens as well. But for tonight, that is tonight's one, a bit of an interesting one against the Crusaders. But looking at the table before we wrap up today's episode, it is Montpellier still leading the way with a 1-point buffer over the Celtic Dragons. Of course, the All Flakes with that win over the Crusaders move into 3rd position. They didn't pick up the bonus point, so there's a big logjam now with the All Flakes on 26, the Flakers on 26, the Guardians, who have a further less bonus point, down on 25 as well. The Dragons one up on 27. So you look through that, the top 5 teams are separated by just 3 points, which could change completely throughout one round. Leinster are still not out of it. They're only on 19, and so the Exeter Chiefs on 16 as well. The Crusaders have picked up 1 more bonus point, down on 15 points with that 7-point loss to the All Flakes. But it is all rounding out nicely. Montpellier are the final hurdle in this season, and we find out next episode how they will compete. That is all we have time for today, though. Thank you everyone for tuning and watching. I hope you're enjoying these Sunday premieres. Will the Guardians versus Montpellier be our next week premiere? We'll have a whole week between matches. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what your thoughts are if you want to see Montpellier on Sunday, or you'd like to see them sooner in the week, and we'll see what we can do. But it is Stade de France where we will be going to see who can take out this big clash. It's 1st versus 5th, but it is much more than it looks on the table. I'll see you all there for that one. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. Let me know your thoughts and comments, and I'll press you throughout today's matchup and of course round 7, and I'll see you all for our first match of round 8. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.